bench for out number 1 to kick off the third frame. Haven't always had the speed hitters. There's usually quite a bit of power on this McCook team. A little bit more speed this year than I've seen in recent McCook Community College teams. They don't steal a lot of bases. Very old school philosophy from Coach Olson as Michael Quick takes the first pitch in tight for ball number 1. Really, there's 2 guys left in this region that were a part of the wood bat era of Region 9 baseball. That's Coach John Olson and Coach Jones up at WNCC. Coach Catchell was an assistant here when we played with Wood. Bouncer over to second, deep in the hole. Pick up by Joel Franco. Tossed on to first, and Michael Quick is retired for 3. For the second out in the top of inning number 3, and that'll bring Jackson Yeager to the plate. Yeager a strikeout looking his first time up. Hop to the plate. Did he go? No. Ball 1. Immediate appeal for Josh Cote behind the plate. It's one thing, obviously, his hitting is going to be the thing that will always be remembered for Josh Cote, the long ball and his ability to come through in clutch situations for the Plainsmen. 1-0 pitch fouled off, and Yeager wore that one from, or Cote wore that one on the foul ball from Yeager, and he'll be given an opportunity to get his wherewithal before we return to play. Some of the best hitters in NJC history have been their catchers, Jordan Procession, J.J. Bissell, who each have the record of 15 home runs in a season with Josh Cote. Both caught here. Ben Newton, Logan Moore. Danny Brock, I believe, played third. I do not believe he was a catcher. He was pre my time. Top of the third, 3-1 NJC, 1 ball, 1 strike. Eden Barber will deliver the pitch to Yeager. It's off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. Cote still trying to stretch everything just below the belt out after the foul ball. 2-1, up the ladder, 3 balls and a strike. Pitch will be bounced off foul on the 3-1, and the count will go to 3-2. Getting runs every inning. If you can get McCook to put another bagel up, you're feeling pretty confident with where you are early in this contest. If you're NJC, Barber. Pitch delivered, swing, and a miss. Busted Yeager up and in. He's down on strikes and ends the inning. Keeps this a 3-1 ball game with his 4th strikeout. Plainsmen will bat bottom of the 3rd next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Pitching change for the McCook Community College Indians as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. NJC with a 3-1 lead. Our pitching change brought to you by Pete's Farmers Co-op. Farmer-owned co-op since 1915. One-stop shop for all your agricultural needs. 970-334-2204. Ethan Bagcock will be the new pitcher. 23 2/3 innings of work this year. He is their primary closer, 4 saves this year. 2-2 on the record, his 13th appearance. So this is a guy that it'll give you a little bit of a longer stretch out of the pen. 418 on the earned run average. He's only given up 16 hits in 23 2/3, 30 strikeouts, and 17 walks. Ethan Bagcock will face Jackson Doty to kick things off. James Nolan and Josh Moore also due up in the third. Bagcock, the first pitch across for strike number 1. Replaces the starting pitcher for the McCook Community College Indians after just 2 innings of work. A sweeper away. Malone, 2 innings, 61 pitches, 2 of the 3 runs allowed earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 hits, 3 walks, and a hit batsman. One and one. Bagcock off the plate for ball 2. Left-handed arm is Ethan for McCook. Good velocity, good movement on his stuff. 2-1 across the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kind of reads more of a starting pitcher for me than a bullpen guy, but also don't have anything to go but the 4 pitches in his warm-up tosses that I've seen here today. 2-2 pitch up the ladder. Doty down on strikes as he couldn't hold back and swings and misses for out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'll bring up James Nolan, who has one of the 2 NJC hits today. Nolan a single to kick off last inning, scored 1 of the 2 runs. First pitch hopped to the plate for ball number 1. We're back to our key to the contest that we had at the beginning, talking about this one, knowing that especially you're going to have to play again this upcoming weekend. Both these teams have Saturdays, Sundays. You've got, days off in between, and as it were. But guys that go today probably won't be available until Sunday, just to ensure that their arms are fully ready. NJC at Luna next weekend. Bagcock, 2-0 pitch, bounder over to third. It's off the glove of Serafinchen, and he can't get the throw over to first. Nolan got up the line. So a 1-out base runner for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Nolan stands at first for Josh Moore. Moore drew a walk last inning, came around and scored 1 of the 2 runs. He'll show bunt, pull back, pitch across the zone for strike number 1. If you're McCook, especially now, knowing that, okay, we had to go to our pen. One of our more durable pen guys is the 0-1 pitch is up the ladder, 1 ball and 1 strike. Can Bagcock give you 3-4 innings here and get you through the majority of this game? Not have to dip any further into that pen, knowing we still have a 9-inning game to go here. Strike 2 across to Josh Moore. Nolan saw nobody, broke to second, so Nolan swipes second. Neither the shortstop Blake Dale nor the second baseman Maddox Shaver went to cover the bag at second, and JC will take the free 90 feet. 1-2 to Josh Moore with a runner now in scoring position. Bagcock will deliver the pitch up the ladder. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two offering Ball off the heel of the bat. Moore checked his swing, and that one caught the handle and rocketed into the Plainsman dugout. Count remains 2-2. Babcock. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. A lot of backwards Ks in the scorebook today as Babcock gets the second out of the inning. NJC struck out 5 times, 3 of them looking. McCook has struck out 4 times, 3 of them looking. Obviously not understanding that edge of the strike zone that the umpire is calling as James Harbison will step in. Takes first pitch off the plate for ball 1. Could lead to a tense second game of this doubleheader as well. 1-1 pitch inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike as Harbison lifted the hands, and that ended up closer to the plate than I think he read out of the hand of Babcock. One and one. Breaking ball doesn't, stays up. 2 balls, 1 strike. With Nolan's speed, a single likely will give NJC another run on their tally here. Harbison turns and lifts the ball out to left field. Long run for Blake Dale. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. NJC gets a man on, doesn't do anything with him. They lead 3-1 as they head to the 4th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to inning number 4. It's 3-1 NJC on top of McCook back at Plainsman Park. 4th brought to you by Premier Farm Credit for over 100 years, providing reliable and consistent credit to our area agricultural community. Visit premieraca.com. Eden Barber out for his 4th inning of work. 5, 6, and 7 in the McCook order due up as Corey Waters leads things off and fouls back the first one he sees. Corey Waters, Maddox Shaver, and Blake Dale, the 3 due up in the 4th. 2 hits for each team thus far. Pair of errors for McCook. Plainsmen have left 5 on. It'd be a drastically different ball game if either of those numbers could head in the right direction for the respective teams as Barber hops the 0-1 to the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Waters walked in his first AB. Came around and scored the run on the balk in inning number 2. 1-1 pitch, 2 hopper over to second. Picked up by Joel Franco and tossed on to first in time. 4-3 on the putout for out number 1 in the top of the 4th inning. In fact, for NJC and McCook today, neither team's been able to do much of anything with Runners in scoring position. NJC scored their run on a pop-up error in the first inning and 2 RBI walks in the second. Ball drilled out to center field by Maddox Shaver. James Harbison charges in nicely, so it'll be a single. Could have turned into a double, but Harbison's great defensive play holds the McCook second baseman to a single with 1 away in the top of the fourth and brings to the plate Blake Dale, who singled in inning number 2. This is where Eden Barber has had trouble not coming set long enough. He was called for a pair of balks in the second inning with runners behind him at first. Pop up first base side. Ball gets over the head of Josh Moore, the first baseman. Franco picks it up and goes to make the throw. It's going to be runner's interference. Maddox Shaver collided with Josh Moore. So Blake Dale will get on runner's interference. Or a single, if you will. Two away, top of the fourth. Blake Dale at first, and Jason Serafincian will come to the plate. It's much like the balk called before the hit by pitch. When the runner's interference happens, the ball in play puts Dale on and then renders that a dead ball. Top of the fourth inning. Barber. Pitch delivered, grounded over to second, swallowed up by Joel Franco, tossed to first, and that's that. Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen able to put themselves out with no further damage. It's 3-1 as we head to the fourth. They lead McCook on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Way to the bottom of inning number 4. The Northeastern Plainsmen lead the McCook Community College Indians 3-1. So we head to that bottom of the fourth inning. It's brought to you in part by Rudy's Tires. Locations all across the area. Rudy's Tires is there to help you with all of your tire problems. Kilden Hastings, Joel Franco, and Wynn Drews. Hastings hit by a pitch his first time up. Watches the first one by for strike one after squaring 2 bunt. Second one waved at by Hastings, 0-2. Ethan Babcock, second inning of work, kept NJC off the board in the third. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Hastings down on strikes on 3 pitches to kick off the bottom of inning number 4. Back to the top of the order and a third time through, and Joel Franco, who is struck out and walked today. First pitch, Franco lifts up out to right field. Quinlivan making a move to his left. He'll tail over and make the catch for the second out in the bottom of inning number 4. That will bring to the plate Wynn Drews, who singled and struck out today. Drews single in inning number 1. He'll show bunt and offers for strike number 1. Just starting to build a little confidence with pitching here. How long before that translates to the hitting? For McCook, fastball, Wynn Drews lifts it up, out right field side, foul out of play, no balls, 2 strikes. Badcock delivers the pitch, a little golfer for Drews, foul. Rolls third base side, count remains 0-2. The 0-2, Drews rifles off foul first base side. For both sides on this windy day, I think you're starting to see some good contact. Even the foul balls have loud contact. It's only a matter of time, I think, before this one breaks through. 0-2 pitch delivered. Drews hits a ground ball deep in the hole at short. He's going to find his way on an infield single. And Wynn Drews will afford an AB for Josh Cote in the bottom of the 4th inning on the team's 3rd hit of the game on a perfectly hit ground ball deep in the hole between third and short. Josh Cote steps to the plate to strike out and a walk to his credit today. Cote for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Looking for some good contact on this Monday afternoon to etch his name into the history books by himself. He'll hit a ground ball over to right field. He won't get a home run, but first to third on the play with the moving of Wynn Drews. Cote with a single, his second hit of the game, and for Josh Cote, he gets that single because Drews was moving and the second baseman in Maddox Shaver had to break in order to cover the bag at second. So NJC gets back-to-back 2-out hits in the bottom of the 4th, a chance for Lane Snow to do something. He popped up foul the first one he sees. Pop up to second, plated the run in the first inning after it was dropped on an air. He flew out to shallow left his last time up. 0-1. He'll turn and tattoo a ball out to center field. Look up, look back. It's gone. Lane Snow to dead away center field. Drills it with 2 away in the bottom of inning number 4. The Northeastern Plainsmen lead 6-1. He got all of that one, even with the wind not blowing out. That one would have got out. He crushed it to dead away center field in a 3-spot for NJC in the bottom of inning number 4. Jackson Doty will step in. First pitch off the plate for ball 1. Actually, pardon me, it is not Jackson Doty. It is to the plate for the Plainsman, Harrison Good. Good, traditional outfielder for NJC. Usually the everyday center fielder got the day off, if you will. Getting the opportunity here as NJC tries to break this one open. Already a 3-spot in the bottom of the 4th to lead 6-1. Good ahead 2-1 on the count with 2 away. Off the plate, 3 balls and a strike. Notice that there was A little bit of a different defensive look in the top of the fourth inning. Hadn't got all the pieces together, so we'd not noted it on the broadcast, but Harrison Good, I would presume, is one of those. Full count, McCook. Fire the pitch, popped up by Good, foul over the backstop. We'll do it again. Drove the starting pitcher of the ball game out after 2 innings, throwing 61 pitches. Good patience at the plate. Badcock's second inning, he's approaching 40 pitches. 3-2 up the ladder. Good swings and misses, and that's that. But a 3-run home run from Lane Snow has NJC up 6-1. Fifth inning is next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
The traffic came with the bat, put it on
6-1 NJC as we head to the fifth inning, made possible in part by Gordon Insurance. Be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, farm insurance, crop insurance, life insurance. Gordon Insurance, 970-526-6139. Harrison Good is out in right field after the enter in the bottom of the fourth inning. Amar Mahmood is the other change defensively at first. He was in the last half inning for NJC. Top of the fifth, 6-1 advantage. Eden Barber will deliver the first pitch low for ball one to Jake Quinlivan. Quinlivan, Bias, and Hutchinson due up in the fifth for McCook. A run, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left on through the first 4. 1-0 pitch across for a strike as the count evens out at 1-1. Quinlivan popped up too short near the bag at second, his first time up. 1-1. Lifted out to center field. Long run bounces off the wall. Picked up by Harbison in center field. And it'll be a double for Quinlivan. So a leadoff double for McCook has them in business in the top of inning number 5. And back to the top of their order for a third time through. And Luke Bias. Fifth hit of the game, first extra base hit for McCook today. And JC has 5 hits as well. Only 1 extra base hit, that's the home run. Barber. First pitch, home run swing, strike 1 contact from Luke Bias. Been pitching well as Eden Barber, 63 pitches in. 5 hits allowed, the 1 run came across on a balk. 0-1, waved at, no balls and 2 strikes. Eden Barber's line coming in. 4 innings of work, 60 pitches. Earned run, 4 strikeouts, 5 hits, 2 walks. 0-2. Barber kicks, fires, pitch, drilled over to third underneath the glove of Hastings, and coming to the plate is Quinlivan. It's an RBI single for Luke Bias. 6-1 turns into 6-2 on 2 swings of the bat to kick off the 5th inning. Out comes Coach Catchell for the Northeastern Plainsmen to talk with Eden Barber. Nobody working in the pen, and as we talked about at the beginning, I talked with Coach Catchell before the game. It was, hey, I want my guys, Barber, Soper, the guys that are going to start today, I want them to be able to give me 5-6 innings. Obviously, the hope in this 7-inning half of the doubleheader is you could get a guy to go complete game, and Eden Barber's pitch count is allowing him that opportunity right now. But you have to remain effective. He's finding a little bit too much of the plate right now. Kuski's Fuel Service wants you to set up your propane delivery schedule. They'll take care of you and when you need things delivered to the farm. Stop in on Main Street in Crook or call 970-886-2121. So the visit to the mound broken up. Eden Barber has Luke Bias standing at first and Nathan Hutchinson at the plate. Hutchinson, one of the 4 strikeouts, and a ground out, 2 short. First pitch across the upper edge of the strike zone for strike 1 from Barber. It's one of the beautiful things about the baseball program here at NJC. It's the 0-1. Pitch delivered, check swing. It went across the zone, 0-2. I think one of the reasons so many of our greatest baseball players have been catchers here at NJC is they've always been afforded the opportunity to call their own game, work with the pitcher as to what's effective. Cote take a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-2. Sometimes that visit to the mound isn't always just about the pitcher, but as well as the catcher. Of course, Coach Catchell, who was a catcher here at NJC, can attest to that. 1-2. Up off the shoulder of Hutchinson, so got ahead in the count and then hit the batter. It's 3 consecutive that have reached for McCook in this 5th inning. 6-2 NJC lead to Michael Quick, who's walked and grounded out. Defense will be reset. Harbison, who was left center, now going to move to dead away center field, and Good, who's playing in right, will move off the line. First pitch to Quick, tumbles low and away for ball number 1. Middle of this order you have to deal with. Nobody out and 2 on, and Barber misses in. 2 balls, no strikes. Can't have a visit without making a pitching change, and a pitcher is up and working in the bullpen, but just began throwing for NJC. Hayden Irwin is the arm that NJC will turn to if Barber can't find his command, as he's up and away, 3-0. Leadoff double, RBI single. Walk behind that. 3-0, Barber. High, ball 4. 12 pitches already this inning, and Barber trying to settle himself down and get an opportunity to keep the advantage his team has given him. Eden love that 4th win of the year, as Jackson Yeager will come to the plate for the McCook Community College Indians. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the 5th. First pitch and a big hammer out to right field. Long run for Good at the fence. He can't pull it back over, and Jackson Yeager just tied this ball game up. NJC had a 6-1 lead. McCook has brought 5 to the plate. They've plated 5, and this is a fresh new ball game. 6-6 with nobody out in the top of inning number 5. That was a very quick meltdown for Eden Barber. Lasted 4 and kind of had a similar meltdown in the 5th inning against Southeast. The 9-2 loss back on March 29th. The win prior to that against Trinidad on the 22nd wasn't his fault. 6 runs allowed through 4 1/3. He only gave up 1 earned. The defense let him down. This is all him here. Just finding too much of the plate, and NJC spotted him a 5-run lead, and it is all gone now. Corey Waters will step in. Nobody out, top of the 5th inning, and the first pitch is across for strike number 1 to Waters. Pitch delivered, and Waters launches one out to left field. Got underneath it a little bit, and Wynn Drews is able to run it down. Sound off the bat said that one was going to join the Jaeger shot in orbit. Got a little bit underneath it, and finally getting the first out in the top of the 5th inning. Eden Barber will now tangle with Maddox Shaver. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Barber played, and that's kind of his MO. He has a lot of movement on his pitches. He's just gone fastball location since the home run. Sometimes that's all you can do. So Shaver foul back, 0-2. Get yourself through this inning. Hope your offense can give you a chance to get the dub. Barber, fastball popped off foul over the McCook dugout. Count remains 0-2. Barber hops it to the plate for ball 1. Shaver. No foul tip, the 1-2, and the count will remain 1-2. Eden over the 80 pitch threshold. 1-2, ground ball, foul, will do it again. They're unlike the high school baseball level here in the state of Colorado. You don't have certain days off once you hit certain pitch marks and whatever the case may be. It's more of an understanding of how long it takes guys to recover, but Eden Barber going where he has right now, I can't imagine he'll be available. Maybe he'll be available Saturday in New Mexico against Luna. 1-2 pitch low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. One would presume he'll be one of the arms used next Sunday for NJC. 2-2. Barber, fastball, back up the middle. Shaver drills it for a 1-out single in the top of the 5th. And what is a 6-6 ball game now. And Blake Dale, who has a pair of singles, will be the first man to face the new arm. We have a pitching change as Eden Barber is lifted. NJC and McCook tied at 6 with 1 away in the top of the 5th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Pitching change for the Northeastern Plainsmen, tied at 6 between McCook and NJC. Top of inning number 5, 1 away. Eden Barber's day done, and Hayden Nerwin will step to the hill. Stubbs Gas and Oil, sports fans, when you're traveling, you need the one stop that has it all. That's Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. They've got you covered. Exit 66A off I-76 in Wiggins. Hayden Irwin, his 9th appearance of the year, 11 2/3 innings of work, 694 on the earned run average, 17 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts, and 7 walks. He'll inherit a runner at first with Blake Dale at the plate. Maddox Shaver reached on a single, 8 hits allowed from Eden Barber. Nerwin will drop one past Blake Dale for strike number 1. Line book not officially closed on Barber, but 84 pitches, 6 runs all earned, 4 strikeouts, 8 hits, 3 walks, and a hit batsman, and 2 balks. It's the 0-1 from Nerwin. Tumbles in tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. As noted, Hayden making his 9th appearance of the year. He pitched in the 11-4 loss at McCook last Friday, went an inning and 2/3. Gave up 3 hits and struck out a batter. Dale watches the 1-1 pitch by, 4-2. Part of that where you've had a couple days off. Nerwin will be one that you can bounce back, and one would hope Nerwin can give you the remainder of this inning in the 6th. If you can find a way to get back in front. Foul ball by Blake Dale on the 2-1, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Plainsmen have already had 1 pinch hitter and a defensive replacement that came in last inning. Just got to find a way to fight and claw and get these wins. 2-2 pitch lifted off foul. Count will remain. As we noted at the beginning of the broadcast, NJC with the action in McCook last weekend. 3-7 tied for the final playoff spot, but they're 2 back from Otero for 4th place. Knowing everybody else is playing today, Trinidad and Otero in La Junta. Foul ball off on the 2-2. Southeastern, Luna, Lamar, and WNCC also playing. There's a lot of shifting. If you could find a way to go 2-0 today at home, NJC will be right back in the mix of things as we approach the midway point of the Region 9 season next weekend. Nerwin, 2-2. Up the ladder, runs the count 2 full. NJC's seen a wealth of full count pitches today. This is just the 3rd 3-2 count that McCook has seen. Jackson Yeager struck out. Jake Quinlivan popped up to short. Blake Dale now on the 3-2. He'll lift one off foul over the McCook bullpen and will do it again. Nerwin. Off the plate, ball 4. Nope, they called a balk there, so not ball 4. That is the 3rd balk of the game on NJC. So Shaver given second, count remains 3-2. Again, when the balk happens, pitch doesn't count. Coach John Olson coming in to clarify that, but the balk is a dead ball. That's why Shaver was given second. So Dale will have to step back in on the 3-2. A single could and probably would. Shaver's pretty speedy. Give McCook the lead in the top of the 5th. Hayden Irwin, long look out at second. He'll fire the pitch and get a swing and a miss. So Blake Dale down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. 6-6 ball game, top of the fifth, to Jason Serafincian, who, if you were to give me odds on a guy that would have an infield single, he would have been one of the highest odds coming into this one. But he grounded a ball over to first, and no coverage at first. Way off the bag. Legged out an infield single. His first time up, a ground out to second his last time. He'll take the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Oh and 1. Pitch tumbles off the plate from Nerwin. 1 ball, 1 strike. 13 hits between the two teams, 12 runs scored, 9 left on. There's a 10th out there that McCook would like to plate and take the lead in the top of the fifth. 1-1, sails off the plate, 4 ball 2. Get the 2-out, 3-run home run from Lane Snow, lead 6-1. Things felt like they were headed speedily down the hill for NJC, and it was a sharp left turn to equal us back up at 6. 2-1, Nerwin dances one onto the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Serafincian. Two and 2. Nerwin, he'll spin and make the throw out to second, and Maddox Shaver steps back in. Two and 2 once again. Nerwin pitch delivered, swing and a miss. He got strikeouts back to back to get out with no further damage. McCook bats around though on plates 5, 6-6 between NJC and McCook. Bottom of the fifth next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We hit to the bottom of inning number 5. NJC and McCook tied at 6. Both sides seeing the offensive explosion. We talked about it in the 4th inning. You just felt like at some point both these teams were hitting the ball hard, just right at people, that it was going to turn the corner, and it turned the corner at the same time. 6-6 ball game. James Nolan, Amar Mahmood, and James Harbison due up in this bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch waved out by Nolan for strike 1. He's reached twice today on a single and an error. Coons Pump and Well Supply doesn't want you to wait until the last minute. Solve our irrigation, well, and watering problems. Call them today, 970-522-2035. 0-1 pitch runs across the plate for strike 2. Ethan Bagcock out for his 3rd inning of work. Bagcock set to deliver his 40th pitch. He's pounded the zone since coming in. Not a lot of contact outside of that home run. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Nolan down on strikes for out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. That will lead to the plate for the first time today. Amar Mahmood, who came in defensively for NJC a couple innings back. Mahmood for the Northeastern Plainsmen. .250 on the batting average this year. His 17th game of the season. A home run and 11 runs batted in for Amar as he watches first pitch off the plate for ball number 1. He's been part of that hodgepodge of players at the hot corners for the Plainsmen. 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. Need base runners if you're in JC. Back into this order again. They've been very good this year. Up and all the way to the backstop goes Babcock. This count goes to 3-0. Runs below the knees, ball 4. So Mahmood takes a 4-pitch, 1-out walk. And steps to the plate now with James Harbison. Harbison, who's popped up behind the bag at first and flown out to left. See if Harvey can come up with something for NJC. So watch first pitch up the ladder for ball number 1. I think you first need to force Babcock to find the zone, something he's suddenly been incapable of doing. He misses his 6th in a row. 4-pitch walk to Amar Mahmood after getting the leadoff strikeout, 3 right down the heart of the plate to Nolan. He's now missed 6 pitches in a row. They pop out of the dugout quickly for McCook to try and talk to one of their primary relievers, figure out what the issue is here with his offering. And a fine line for NJC is you want to try and get on. You can't just stand there with the bat on your shoulder. But until he proves the ability to find the zone, you almost have to if you're James Harbison. I mean, there's still quite a bit of baseball to be played. And you still have 8 outs of your own to work with in a 6-6 ball game. So visit to the mound. Babcock squared away. He'll find the inside corner for strike number 1, and now you can return back to regularly scheduled batting. See if you can't drive something somewhere if you're Harbison. 2-1. Babcock pitch delivered. Harbison turns and lifts the ball out to center field. Long run, bounces off the center field wall. Mahmood heads the third. They're going to give him the go-ahead. Heading to third himself is Harbison. He'll slide in safely with an RBI triple, and the Northeastern Plainsmen take a 7-6 lead on a 3-bagger from James Harbison. What a swing by Harbison for his first knock of the day. The Northeastern Plainsman used his bat to have a 7-6 advantage. And he'll stand 90 feet away with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. And Ryan Kusi comes to the plate. Kusi hitting in the 9-hole for Hastings. Garnered the start at the hot corner today. Kusi's been the third baseman of note for much of this year. His 33rd appearance this season, only missed 1 game. 304 on the batting average, 19 runs batted in. First pitch up the ladder for ball number 1 to Kusi. So we saw the Plainsmen with a little bit of a different look. Both Good and Kusi out of the lineup in this one. Knowing the work that this team has been through the last little bit and has coming up, you want to make sure you keep guys fresh. And Now when you're in a tight ball game, get him back in here as Kusi takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bagcock with the pitch. Fouled off the catcher, Michael Quick. 1-2. Or that one off the bicep. Did the Indian backstop. With Kusi hitting 9-hole, that now makes this a very dangerous spot for NJC. Harbison 8, Kusi 9, back to the top. Franco 1, Drews 2, Cote 3, Snow 4. Good, who's usually toward the top of the lineup, now hitting 5th, so things not in the normal order, but there's a lot of pop in this NJC lineup when things are going their way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, Bagcock. He'll deliver the pitch. Kusi swings and misses, and he's down for the second out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Flip it back to the top of the order, and Joel Franco with NJC leading 7-6. Franco, he's 0 for 2 on the official line today. He's reached in 1 of 3 plate appearances on a walk. Bagcock, first pitch on the feet of Franco for ball number 1. One and 0. Pitch popped off for Franco. Foul toward the McCook dugout. Wind coming in off that west side, so Yeager will give it a run. It's not nearly as strong as it was to start the game. Still a nice breeze blowing off the northwest at 17 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bagcock in tight on the shins. 2-1 to Joel Franco. The 2-1 offering way inside for ball 3 to Franco. And high goes ball 4. So the Northeastern Plainsmen trying to get something going with 2 away after a 1-out walk and an RBI triple. Strikeout now a 2-out walk. And Wynn Drews, who's 2 for 3 in the game, will step in. He has a pair of singles with runners on the corners. And one would presume with Franco, you're probably going to try and get him moving a little bit. Drew